The morning sun was already hot on Abram's back as he gave one last sharp tug on the strap securing Sarai's pack to her donkey. He then turned to look up into his wife's beautiful, dark eyes fringed with thick lashes. She offered him a small smile and extended her hand to him, which he squeezed reassuringly before turning back to make one last sweep through their home to be sure they had packed up everything. The moment he stepped through the door, the temperature dropped dramatically. Years before, when Abram had first arrived in Haran with his aging father and extended family, he was stunned by the rows of beehive homes clustered together along the banks of the Balak River. The odd structures were brilliant adaptations to life in the scorching heat. Each room of these homes was constructed of mud, straw, and stone, and topped with a lofty cone roof left open at the top. The heat rose up and out, creating a cool and comfortable shelter year-round. The homes were easily expanded as family grew. One wall was simply knocked out, and a new beehive structure built, and an arched doorway constructed to join them. Abram walked from room to room, his footsteps echoing in the barren space. Walls once hung with colorful textiles were now spotless. Floors once draped in bright rugs and strewn with pillows were swept clean. He reached the last room and stood silently in the doorway, watching as motes of dust danced in the beam of sunlight falling from the roof opening above. He turned to place his forehead against the cool wall and took a deep breath. Empty. He was trading the abundance and security of prosperous Haran for miles and miles of empty. Empty stomachs, empty water skins, his now empty home for life in a tent. Who in his right mind would take his family, servants, and all he possessed into a world of empty and unknowns? Abram placed one rough hand against the smooth, cool adobe and looked up to gaze through the opening of the roof and into a clear blue sky. And there, into the emptiness, he repeated the promise of God. Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. Canaan was a land empty of guarantees, and yet it overflowed with something infinitely better, God's promises. Abram was risking everything to grasp hold of God's promises with a heart filled with audacious faith. Moments later, when Abram stepped back across his threshold for the last time, the heat hit him like a wall, shimmering off the ground beneath his feet and stealing his breath. In the distance, the Balak River danced in the sunlight, a glistening jewel set into the verdant abundance of the Fertile Crescent. He walked back to Sarai, turned his eyes toward Canaan, and with a shout to his men to move out, took his first steps westward towards the land of promise.